Captain's log, stardate 54588.0. After recapturing the USS Douglas, we have learned of something the Borg call Technology 2702. It may be via this technology that the Borg ships are arriving from the Delta Quadrant. We are not certain of the exact location of the technology, but Starfleet believes that our current location is perfect for setting up a staging area in preparation for an attack. The nebulas nearby offer cover from long-range scanners. Unfortunately, this area of space lies very close to the Romulan neutral zone. The Romulan Empire threatens to attack any ships which wander over the border. The Enterprise was dispatched to meet my fleet here and help secure the quadrant, but I have not heard from her yet. I hope nothing has gone wrong.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the strangely Irish edition of Star Trek Armada II. I'm not going to keep up this accent, but yes, we don't actually have Picard at the start of this episode, which would be terrible if it wasn't for a lovely Irish accent just to help us there. So, at the start of this, we are right by the Romulan neutral zone. You can kind of see over here, you've got all the sensor arrays, but there are some Borg hanging around too. A few times you don't actually start with a starbase, so we need to get ourselves sorted out with those. And one thing we don't want to do is send these Venture class ships onto a general search, because if we do that, they're very likely to end up in that Romulan neutral zone and just then get us into war with the Romulans, which we really don't want. And by really don't want, I mean I totally will be doing that right at the end, just because it'll be fun. I think they give you like a minute warning. There we go. So this one, really, you do start with quite a lot of resources at the start, but you have very little, and it is a bit of a long one, really. You've got to build up your resources from virtually nothing. There is a lovely, lovely M-class planet over here to help us at the start, though, so we'll make good use of that. Okay, it turns out there's a few ships over there, so we've lost both of our scouts already. But yes, there is a little bit of a Borg base over there. There's an infinite dilithium moon. Those are the purple ones. And there is another little planet there. So we want to be colonising those once we get the opportunity. We're going to go towards the planet, which I'm sure is over here. I'm sure there's a good mining planet over here. Class D, I think they are.
Complete.
No, don't track to beam over there. Just warp over here. Show us the ruddy planet. There we go. Now we can get ourselves at orbital proximity. That's just perfect. And over here the starbase is complete. So, a couple mining freighters and another one of our lovely, lovely ships there. Let's go to shipyard straight away. Let's build that over here. You do actually have quite a lot of time at the start. You won't get attacked by the Borg too much. I don't know if it makes a difference if you avoid them or not. I've obviously run straight into them over here. It hasn't seemed to trigger an attack, so they're probably set to be fairly chill for a few minutes. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm going to get some latinum as well, because I'm very soon going to be getting myself a trading station, which with this big part of latinum to start with is kind of encouraged by the game without it actually telling you that anyway.
Station complete.
So that is our shipyard. Perfect. Just get us a few. To be honest, we just want a few sabres to start with.
Commencing.
Just give us a little bit of just a few ships really. What I would like is the trading station.
Confirmed.
And the other thing I want with this guy over here is the research facility. Then the science station later.
Complete.
So we'll get those built. That would just be lovely. Okay, you go and build that over there. Beautiful. So that should give us a good little starting point over here. And we're just going to get more latium just because we are going to be doing a lot of trading for that. So that would just be lovely. Over here, yeah, we have ourselves our moon in this sort of area. We're going to build ourselves a phaser turret or two just to keep ourselves safe.
Status report.
USS Inverness. See, he's got a nice Irish accent, that bloke, but he's there. USS Inverness. Inverness, where their Scottish accents become so pronounced that they almost sound like a posh English over in Inverness. That was a terrible, terrible impression. Anyway, if you find a proper sort of Inverness accent, I'm sure it's this kind of weird blend between slightly posh English and Scottish. So, yes, go look that up. I'm probably completely wrong on making that up, but there we are. I bet you won't check. So, We're going to recrew the Starbase at this point because we could do with
All work crews
that
report
being
to
at full
station.
power. And we're just going to swap low latium for dilithium straight away because we need a bit of a stock.
Station
Once
complete.
this is complete, we'll get a colony ship out. We've got time for a few defiance in the meantime.
Starship construction commencing.
We'll just send those over here. That'll be marvellous. In the meantime, this lad over here can just get us a little phaser turret. Nowhere near as useful as the torpedo turrets, obviously, but in the short term, that will definitely be necessary. That's so far down. Can you use this one in future? Yes, I know there's no more room. I mean, next time, so
Starship complete.
lovely. Right, that should mean we are getting ourselves sorted out, and let's just get one more turret over here just to keep that safe.
Commencing.
Okay, we're going to get ourselves a couple colony ships now. We could do with colonise a few planets, so we're going to start with this one over here, this lovely M-class planet. Very high populations on those. That will give us a great position to start from. Game wants us to attack on detection grid, but I'm going to ignore that for now.
Research.
I'm not generally
commencing.
that interested in the Romulans. It's just letting you know that to pick up cloaked ships, you can obviously have to take a detection grid. I honestly don't care. So what I would like to do,
Starship complete.
that ship's going over to go and build a little base over there. Let's send these sabres to go and guard him. Marvellous. And this lad can just carry on as they are. You go in that direction too, sir. You can colonise that planet. And back at base. Oh, we can get the advanced shipyard now. But I think just to start off with, I'm just going to get us another turret. Just to make sure we are in a fairly safe position. Over in this direction,
Complete.
we have ourselves another turret over here. Let's just have one
Station
more.
construction
For
commencing.
safety, we'll put it about there. That'd just be lovely. And at this point, our colony ship has arrived. So I don't think we've actually had any M-class planets yet. I guess Earth would count as an M-class planet,
Station
a sort of
construction
continental
commencing.
world. If you're playing Stellaris, I suppose that'd be the way of phrasing it. And
All work crews
what we
report
want
to
is to
station.
build ourselves a lovely mining station over here. I honestly can't quite tell what height this is supposed to be at this point. I'm going to get the chain reaction pulsar
Research commencing. Colonization
because that is
was
going to be a
successful.
sensible option for us. Now what I want to do is get myself
Starship construction
a few more defiance.
commencing.
And I want to then go send them up north because I want to go take this infinite dilithium moon for myself really, because the Borg having it is going to be a problem.
Starship
The Borg
complete.
ships do actually cost quite a lot more than the Federation ships. So whilst they're more powerful, if you can kind of starve them of resources, they're going to struggle to get any real fleet
Starship
out or any real force out to stop you. So I think that's going to be a sensible idea for us.
Prepare the docking
I also
bays.
just want to put a sensor array over here, just to kind of keep us
Prudent course of action.
seeing what's going on. Now the missions, we're supposed to get the tech on detection grid, not interested. We are going to get Vulcan Research Institute because we could do upgrading our ships. It suggests life support because of the nebulas, but I think it's just introducing it really. There are a couple ships over here. They would like to go and clear off these. That would just be perfect. And actually what we
Enemy
really want to be
engaged.
doing is sending a couple
Station
mining
complete.
freighters over in that direction. So we'll go and do that.
Acknowledged.
It is now time to build our science station. And
Starship complete.
I don't know, after the last mission where it's all frantic, it's kind of
Station
nice to start from
construction
absolutely nothing this time. When
Station
we can,
construction
properly build it up. But I am now going to build myself my advanced shipyard,
Research
which would be
complete.
marvellous. Let's put it over here.
a logical
Looks kind of similar, but kind of got a funky silver, blue and black thing to it. It looks like a great roller coaster tycoon.
Standing by.
Right, I'm going to send these Defiants over to this planet here, and we're going to go clear them out. I will send this lad up to follow.
Enemy engaged.
I'll send the Akira over to guard him.
Armed and ready.
We've got an engagement over here. The Sabres are just about taking care of it, but honestly, they are not very strong. They were just there as very early
All
ships to
work
keep
crews
us
report to station.
building. So over here, I don't really want to build a proper
That is a
base.
logical request.
I'm just going to build a few turrets really, just to keep this safe. Ideally, we'll have torpedo turrets very soon. So I'm going to
Station
build one phase
construction
turret,
commencing.
and we should be fine. What we want to be doing here is sending out more of the Akiras over in this
Starship
direction.
construction
What is
commencing.
going on over here? Actually, we're kind of struggling. Colony ships, you go and take the planet.
Standing by.
I'm going to
Colonization
go
has
in.
begun.
I don't really have any
Starship
reinforcements.
complete.
Turns out there were some quite strong ships over here. Well, we are largely alright. And, well, that's all well and good, isn't it? But it clearly has no engines, Thomas, so what you've done is... What you've done is just
Enemy
doom them.
engaged.
Ah, dear. It's fine. They have antimatter mines, and if they use them a little bit, they'll be in a good position. We've largely taken them out, but we are going to need these Agiras start heading up in this direction instead. That'd be much more helpful.
Starship
Let us
complete.
do that.
Insufficient
Crew is low,
All
but of course we
sections
are
stand by.
now getting ourselves a planet. So that should give us a lot more
Colonization
crew.
was successful.
With this extra planet
Starship
here, we should be in a
construction
very good
commencing.
position. They are just sending
The
endless
advanced
reinforcements
shipyard
here.
will allow us to build the Galaxy-class battleship.
Yes, battleship. That's exactly what they thought of when they first made the
Starship
Enterprise
complete.
D there. Probably not a battleship, probably the wrong thing to call it. But you know what, we'll take it in
Standing
terms
by.
of this here mission. Lovely,
All
we do have
sections
some
stand by.
Akiras, and we would like
Understood.
those to be
Armed and ready.
on. Use your chain reaction pulsar.
Understood.
These two ships, these two special weapons here are magnificent and do turn two very generally
Standing
average
by.
ships into pretty darn good ones for early in the game ones. Ones. I'm going to get a load more dilithium because that is what we're short on. We shouldn't be short for too long because we have sent some mining ships over here.
Will do.
And of course, we are going to build in this direction. Did my ship make it? Yes, it did.
Acknowledged.
It didn't actually get eaten up, which is perfect. And we are going to build ourselves a starbase here because honestly, that would be sensible. So we're going to go build that. And that should give us a very strong position to work from. Now we're going to get torpedo turrets. I'm going to build a couple here just to keep
Confirmed, Starfleet.
us in a strong position. And just to make sure that I don't have to worry about too many ships at my here base. I'm going to send a load more ships up in this direction because that's right by
Starship
where their
construction
base
commencing.
is, and I want to make sure that we are
Station
fairly
construction
safe.
Commencing.
There's a lot of dilithium for the planetary shields. Honestly, I'm not going to worry about that. But
Enemy
what I will do is
engaged.
build some torpedo turrets over in this direction.
A prudent course of action.
The other thing, of course, is that I've got my research facility, science station up even. It isn't actually letting me do anything
Station
with it.
construction
I have to actually get to the Vulcan research facility.
Insufficient crew.
These are quite heavy on crew. We're going to need to let a crew tick up first before we start using the advanced shipyard. That's fine. What I will do is
Starship
get
construction
a few cargo
commencing.
ships. Because what I would like to do over on the other base up here... Yeah, I want to build this. I'll send up
All
another
work
ship
crews
over here and
report
build
to
a
station.
cargo station.
The tachyon grid will make it easy for our scouts and sensor arrays to detect and track the Romulan patrols, even when cloaked.
Alright, so we do have a self-detection grid at this point, which is just lovely. The game is quite happy for us to take our time building up here. You'll see that apart from a few forays over here, they haven't gone too mad in terms of
Starship construction
trying to attack us. They have attacked here a little bit, but to be honest with you, nothing particularly oppressive. So we'll get ourselves a mine station over here, and we do have some more ships being pumped out. Our crew, once it's picked up a little bit more,
Starship complete.
I will reinforce the station. It does just make them a little bit more effective. They're a bit quicker at shooting when they're like that. The only exception to this would be the Klingons, who have a kind of a
Station construction
berserk mode
commencing.
at
Enemy
low health
engaged.
or a low crew there, where they kind of do a lot more damage. So you actually might as well keep those star bases on low crew. So bit of a random one there, but it does indeed help you. I'm just going to get myself another torpedo turret over
Station
here.
is under
Because
attack.
whilst they're kind of alright, I haven't actually got any ships over here to defend myself right now. So I'm going to pick something with some low crew, just to kind of pump them out. So Defiance,
Starship
the
construction
Defiant fleet, just to
commencing.
stay around the station here. The main base will be grand. Now, I do have my construction ship over here. Honestly, I'm alright for metal. Actually, he's building that anyway.
Starship
What I want to do is build myself
Station
a trading
complete.
station. I'm just going to build that over this side,
Confirmed, Starfleet.
even though it's a bit further away, but it should be alright in that position there.
Prepare the docking
What I
base.
can do now is get myself some torpedo
Complete.
turrets, and then I should be in a very safe position. I should have starved the Borg of their resources, and we should be in a nice position to just
Station complete.
finish up our preparations here.
Starship
At this
complete.
point, I'm
Insufficient
in a fairly good
dilithium.
position.
Captain, we picked up the Enterprise on long-range scanners. She appears damaged and will be here in a few minutes. We need to dispatch repair ships to meet her.
Okay, they do say this as if it's a bit of a rush and need to go save the Enterprise. It's fine. The Enterprise is just a fool and has gone for the nebulas and damaged itself. So we're going to ignore it for a little while. It's just the game really introducing you to repair ships, which... where do you get repair ships from? Maybe the game taught me properly. I would know. What does it actually say? Because I don't actually know what I'm doing. Build repair ships. Honestly, don't remember where you get them. Right, what are we in the middle of doing right now anyway? We are getting ourselves some Defiance. I'm not going to worry about the steam runners. And the science station is still useless to us.
Complete.
I might as well get the engine overload.
Research
Just because.
commencing. Station is under
So
attack.
actually there is a little fleet invading here. But I think in general we are in a fairly safe
Starship
position.
complete.
Let's just get one more torpedo turret in this area and we should be fairly
That is a
rosy,
logical
all things
request.
considered. Obviously what I need to build the repair ship is the Vulcan Research Institute. You know, that thing that they've been telling me to build this whole time and I've ignored. So we are going to go ahead and
Starship
build that in that
complete.
space, annoyingly spaced, so I can't put turrets in between, just to irritate those of you who that would irritate, me included, in fairness. So what I would like these lads to do is go
Able to
and
comply.
trade. So we need to build ourselves our other station.
All work
They
crews
haven't
report
started
to
building it. Just perfect.
Station construction commencing.
Yeah, you build that, please, and then we should be in a nice position. Just build a couple more
Station
turrets,
construction
and honestly, just build ourselves up. Because this one, whilst they big it up a little bit, and they mentioned the old Enterprise over there,
Research
will be
complete.
fine.
Enemy
It'll be
engaged.
absolutely
Station
fine.
construction commencing.
I don't believe I've got any more ships lost in the middle of nowhere. No, we're fine. We are fine. As far as I'm aware, there's not actually any way of increasing the building speed of your ships here, and I don't know, I find that a bit odd that there's no research for that. It would feel like a tactical advantage you might choose to make, a bit like in Civilization, you know, going for the pyramids and getting that build speed up for the rest of time. I'm not really, you know, for me, I always very much appreciate having that boost for the rest of the game, and I don't know, it feels like a tactical
Station
decision one
complete.
could be making. There we are. Right, I'm actually not going to bother building another turret over here because, in all honesty, there's not a lot appearing. So I'm going to go put a sensor turret over here just so I know what's going on. But they are starting to send some more cubes now, so it might be worth thinking about how we go and help the Enterprise. We should be getting a fleet
Enemy
out. So
engaged.
I should probably get myself some Galaxy classes since they have
Starship
prompted me to do that on this particular occasion.
commencing.
And I'm going to, from the train station here, get myself some dilithium. And I'm going to send the cargo
Able to
ships
comply.
over to our new train station. That kind of,
Captain McDermott, this
Oh.
is Captain Picard. The Enterprise was severely damaged
I thought it just blew up
trying to
again.
negotiate the nebula fields surrounding this area of space. We badly need assistance, and I fear the Borg are already on their way here to finish us off. Send reinforcements and repair teams immediately.
he says immediately, I don't have any repair ships, so I don't think I will be sending anything to him immediately. Honestly, I'm pretty sure the Enterprise is all right up there. It's
sections
fine.
report.
Just make sure that it's
Make
on
it so.
high. It actually is on high. Super weapons. Super weapons.
The
Super
life support
weapons.
and shield upgrades created at the Vulcan Research Institute will allow your ships to better withstand the damaging effects of nebulas.
Okay, it obviously wants us to do that because we've got to go through the nebula to meet it. I suppose it makes some sense. So, I don't know, I guess we'll do that
Enemy
then.
engaged.
Life support, which one's that one?
Complete.
These
Life
repair
support.
ships can be used to assist the Enterprise,
Oh.
but they have no offensive weaponry, so we'll have to escort them to their destination.
It turns out that the Irish lad is still in control of this mission, and I think he is still alive. It is the USS Inverness after all. So we'll go and send that lad back to heal, because we want the Irish accent to be sticking around here. Ah, lovely. Actually, when I did my teacher training, my best friend on the course is an Irish
That is a
girl, and
logical request.
she won the award at the end from
Starship
the university for
complete.
the voice, the person that they most like to read them a bedtime story.
Starship
Which-
complete.
As long as you don't find too creepy, was quite
That is a
quite an
logical
amusing
request.
little thing there. Who doesn't love an Irish accent, eh? Just
Station
marvellous.
construction commencing. Starship complete.
There's a little bit of a Borg attack right now, but we do have quite a lot of Galaxy-class ships actually at our main base at this
Starship
point.
complete.
So hopefully we'll be in a good position to clear them off. That would just be marvellous.
Station complete.
And to be honest, we have a fairly good little bit of protection at this point. This little ship can just go and keep on setting us up. And these two lads can go and do that because I never actually sent a second or third ship to go and
Starship
sort us out. I didn't actually mean to set him on a formation, but I just have. So that's just marvellous.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
At this point, I guess I could consider sending all these lads over to go and help with the Enterprise. Why
Starship
not?
complete.
I suppose that would be good. No, I'm going to leave it a bit longer. So,
Ready to work.
yeah. These two lads, can you go and mine that?
You got it.
Apart from
What
you,
is your
cargo
command?
ship.
Insufficient dilithium.
You need to go over
Order
here.
acknowledged.
We are out of dilithium once more. Well, let's just trade more of our latium.
Starship
That's what it's here for.
construction commencing.
Perfect.
All
Perfect,
work
perfect,
crews report
perfect.
to
And just
station.
one more torpedo turret, because if we are going to send some of our ships
Confirmed,
away,
Starfleet.
we might as well have ourselves a bit of defence. Right. You lads,
Station
send yourself off
complete.
over there, please. Wow, that was slow, wasn't it? Probably should have got the engine upgrade by the looks of that. That looked awful. Right, yeah, let's get the engine
Search
upgrade.
commencing.
Let's just get through it.
Starship
There-
complete.
There's no better defence than speed. Marvellous. Right, let's make these guys fleet
Station
one.
construction
Let's send them up
commencing.
here as well.
Prepare the
Should be in a nice
docking bay.
position then. What I don't want to do though is leave this place completely undefended. So, whilst there are some turrets, let's just get a new fleet of
Starship
Akira.
construction commencing. We have entered a
And that'll be
dangerous
perfect.
nebula.
Yes, obviously, these guys are all going to
We have
die
entered a
viciously
dangerous nebula.
in the nebula here.
We have entered a dangerous nebula.
And it's basically this game just tutorialising how
We
horrendously
have
nebulas
entered a
are.
dangerous nebula.
And
Station
we already
is
saw
under
that because your
attack.
Adventure class at
We
the
are
start of this
sustaining heavy
episode will have
damage from the
certainly
nebula.
have given up.
Starship
Ah,
complete.
where are my Galaxy classes? There's one over here. Go and deal with that
Bring us
cube.
into weapons range.
And you do the same thing with the cube.
Helm, new course heading.
Enemy engaged.
Yep, come on.
Starship
Use your
complete.
pulsar.
Fire all weapons.
I mean, that's not sure helpful if there was something else to attack. Oh, there is actually one little thing to attack.
Armed and ready.
Nope, he's gone. He is
Armed
gone.
and ready.
So there we are. We probably do need these ships over here. And yes, let's make sure we're pumping these out because it turns out we are actually in quite dire
Starship
need.
complete.
We have met with the Enterprise over here.
Where are we needed?
And our repair ships over here can all
Starship
go onto
complete.
high special
Order
weapon,
confirmed.
which means they can just go and heal everything up.
Station is under
So
attack.
let's go and heal each other up, and we'll let them sort themselves up soon enough. They have actually started sending a load
Starship
more ships
complete.
along,
Prepare the docking
and
bays.
construction ship just survived there,
Starship
just
complete.
about survived. We're just going to build another torpedo turret or
Enemy
two along
engaged.
here, just to kind of bridge
Confirmed,
that gap
Starfleet.
between the two
Research
bases.
complete.
Yeah, because we sent all of our ships over there, we are a little bit depleted.
Armed and
Let's
ready.
go
Station
and
is under attack.
send these Akiras
Starship
back to main
complete.
base, shall we?
Station construction commencing.
Marvellous.
All work.
Thank you, Captain. The Enterprise has been sufficiently repaired to withstand passage through the nebula belt.
Perfect. So, destroy your Borg and the Enterprise must survive. What about the USS
We have entered a
Inverness?
dangerous
Why don't
nebula.
we want the USS Inverness to survive?
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Bloody racists. They want the French, but they don't want the damn Irish.
Station construction
Ridiculous.
commencing.
Right, they have actually sent the
We have entered
everyone
a
over here.
dangerous nebula.
We are actually now-
sustaining heavy damage from a nebula.
Are
All
we?
sections report.
Are we though? Yes,
All
we are.
sections report.
Can we put some more men
Status
back
report.
onto the Enterprise? Because they
All
could
sections
really
stand
do
by.
with some more
Enemy
people.
engaged.
Otherwise, it's going to run
Status
out
report.
of people before we actually get back. So, this lot over here.
Status report.
You
All
need to make
sections
sure
report.
you're on low
Making
movement
so.
autonomy. That would be perfect. Right. They are actually sending some proper ships in now to come and deal with us. So, yeah, we are seeing an
Armed and
increase
ready.
here.
Station is under attack.
So let's
Helm,
just send them in
new
to
course
go
heading.
and deal with this. There's one Saber class there trying to defend. Akira's, you might want to get over here. Would be helpful. Oh, there we are. Those lads have appeared at this point. Did my construction ship survive? Yes, it's still here, and he's just built his lovely torpedo turret. That is just beautiful. So we will, of course, have one more.
Course of action.
Kind of got ourselves a little torpedo strip along here, which,
Acknowledged.
you know, always useful. Always useful
Confirmed,
indeed. I just have a
Starfleet.
load of ships lying around
Station
randomly at this point.
complete.
Tries to still
Starship
getting healed.
complete.
Status
But,
report.
yeah, shields are well down.
Station complete.
But we might as well stick
will
around
comply.
and get it sorted out.
All sections report.
There we go. Enterprise is fully healed. Let's send everyone
Station
here
construction
back
commencing.
to base. That includes.
All
Yes,
sections
let's just
report.
ignore
Enemy
the
engaged.
Enterprise there.
LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines.
Beautiful. Right, we should be okay at this
We have
point.
entered a dangerous
Yes, you
nebula.
entered the dangerous nebula. Probably a good idea
All
not to
work crews
die,
report to
lads.
station.
And let's get ourselves a sensor array.
We
That'd
have
be
entered a
perfect.
dangerous nebula.
Now, obviously, the game has introduced you to these things in order
We
to,
have entered a dangerous
you know, get you
nebula.
to build up your strength
sustaining
in
heavy
terms of
damage from a
surviving the
nebula.
nebulas here. But
We have entered a dangerous nebula.
realistically,
Status
it also
report.
obviously hints you towards the
Station
built-up
construction
weapons and the built-up
commencing.
shields
We
and
have
everything
entered a
else.
dangerous
I probably
nebula.
normally go for the weapons first, unless we're in a place where there's particularly large amount of sort of anti-gravity fields, or gravity fields as they really are, which is, you know, around the planets and things where you need to rely on your impulse engines. Otherwise, we're in a pretty good position. We might as well get some more cargo out, actually. It's basically free ships.
Starship
Free
construction
ships. It's basically
commencing.
free
Station complete.
resources, so we're going to do that. In fact, I am actually going to build myself an extra
Station
advanced shipyard
complete.
over here, just to be able to
Prepare the
pump them
docking
out
base.
with
Enemy
vicious
engaged.
efficiency. And all efficiency should be vicious in my mind, so
All
that
work
would be
crews report to
ideal.
station.
Let's get a sensor array up
That is
there. It's a bit of an
logical.
aggressive position, but we might as well. I haven't actually explored all this, and that's partly because it's just better on this
construction
mission, I find,
commencing.
to ignore the
Prepare the
Borg.
docking bays.
Just out their way, just build your own stuff up.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
One poor Defiant has got left the other side, the nebula. You poor
Understood.
soul. You better make your way back. I hope you have enough men to survive, because you've got no one to help you anymore. Right, steam
All
runner.
sections
USS Diligent. Very
Returning
nice.
to port.
Prepare the
It'd
docking
be
bays.
diligent to
We
head
have
back to
entered a
port,
dangerous
sir.
nebula.
Wonder if this lad is
Station
going to survive or not. Is he going to survive? Just about. I suggest maybe go and heal yourself, lad. That would be perfect, wouldn't it? Right, can we get all of our
Status
galaxies? You head over here,
Just heading.
Where are we needed?
and let us
Starship
pick
complete.
a few of these lads to join you.
Armed
We'll make
and
ourselves a new fleet there. That'd be lovely. And yes, obviously now we've got repair ships. I would normally send in a couple in a fleet just to help bulk
ready.
it up.
Armed and ready.
So the
Status
USS Enterprise
report.
E can go over here, and Picard can
Lay
go
in
and
a
just
new
not
course.
die. That'd be ideal, really. There, Picard.
What is your command?
Cargo ship. Can I just suggest you go and trade with this lad over here? That'd be just lovely now, wouldn't
Standing
it?
ready.
Alright, trade goods. Good old generic trade
Make more room in
goods.
the cargo bays.
Oh, I love how non-specific that is.
Order acknowledged.
Order acknowledged. Go then, sir. No. Go here.
Order acknowledged.
Yeah, you better. And the Vulcan Research Institute. Yeah, you can't
Research
queue
commencing.
things up because, you know, old games and things like that. Actually, I say that, didn't Civ 6 not allow you to like queue things up properly? I think it might have just been the buildings, but I don't know.
Construction
Actually, let's
commencing.
get ourselves some steam. We haven't done any steam runners yet.
Construction
I don't want to just use the odd kind of type of ship. I know we got the
Station
galaxies
complete.
today, but let's get the steam runners out. Let's have a fleet of those. They can meet over here,
All work crews
and
report to station.
yeah, they can do the job. That'd be lovely. Let's go get
Starship
one
complete.
more
Confirmed,
turret,
Starfleet.
that kind of area, and the USS Diligent can join them. That'd just be beautiful.
The docking bays.
I love how I've just built this turret in
Enemy
range of
engaged.
their little base here. It's just beautiful. Look at that. I've just built it ready to destroy their processing nodes. They've got 2 there. Very interesting. I don't know. I always go for 3 because I just find that's just 3 of the mining freighters, and then you've got your one base. I don't know. I just find that's probably about ideal.
Armed
But
and ready.
it probably isn't. It probably isn't at all. Yeah, our turret is still just shooting away at random objects. Oh, there's a bulk cube over there. Yeah, mostly just these two bases over here. Seem to be having a fun job of doing that. Might go send this guy to decommission though, because we could do with the odd spare officer if we have any. So I'm going to send in Fleet 1, which is now these guys. Once they're done with taking out these lads, who are mostly going to die from the torpedoes, which honestly, they take out a cube very comfortably. It's actually quite ridiculous. So we're going to have high weapon autonomy. Ah, no, we might as well stay back with our base over here. Starbase might as well recruit.
Additional personnel.
Yeah, let's just have
Status report.
squad number 1 over here. They're actually sending a proper assault force right now. Yeah, obviously the officers are not quite enough at this point, but it's fine. Can I have fleet number 2?
All sections
Can you come over here? So fleet 1.
Complete. Insufficient officers.
At this point,
Research
your job is to
complete.
come and scout towards their base, which should be over here. We've got a bit of a weird mix of ships right now. So hopefully
Full stop.
we will just get a bit of a view, sneak around. We're going to finish these guys off.
Fire all
Don't know why we're just leaving it.
Enemy engaged.
Suppose we could have actually just taken it over and decommissioned it ourselves, but honestly, not
Status
sure
report.
there's much point of that at this stage. Let's go and take out their base. We do the steam runners who have those long range shots. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of them.
All sections
I
stand
like
by.
the Cardassian versions. I can't for the life of me remember what they're called right now. But they have a double shot. Wow, they really mean business here. There's quite a lot, isn't there? Okay, we need the second fleet.
Insufficient officers.
Second fleet.
Alter course.
Insufficient
Ah,
officers.
panic! It's insufficient officers, insufficient ships. We're going to definitely have plenty of officers right spare in a moment. Righty, Laura. Look at all of these turrets. Right, they really want you to. Okay, this is a slaughter. Right, retreats. We definitely need to be using steam runners here. It didn't say we did, but we definitely need to be using steam runners.
Starship complete.
Head out. Retreat, lads.
Enemy engaged.
Okay, Fleet 1, go and repair.
Complete.
Fleet 2, go and repair. Wow, they just got annihilated, didn't they? Okay, we're going to build a load of steam.
Starship complete.
Probably should have stuck with that plan rather than just getting lazy. So we're going to build a load of steam runners, and this one is kind of pointing out why they have a point,
All sections stand by.
which is the long range shooting, obviously.
Starship complete.
Understood.
Right, perfect. Right, so the steam runners will start to shoot them off. Now,
Starship complete.
practically speaking, this
Insufficient
is ridiculous
officers.
because you use all your officers up on this. Now, what I would like them to do is focus on the turrets there, and then the
Enemy
second fleet
engaged.
here can hopefully then deal with everything else. Actually, I'm going to turn off the movement autonomy.
Understood.
And the same with
All
you
sections
guys
stand by.
onto low movement autonomy, because what I
Understood.
don't want you to do is get yourself into range, which is
All
what they're now
sections stand
doing.
by.
They're getting themselves in the range of the
Course.
turrets when they're supposed to just be there to clear off any ships. So, clear off these turrets one by one, and hopefully we will be able to do this nice and sensibly and carefully, because I think that's what the game wants us to do. Now, yeah, as I said, this would be way too many officers, but this amount of turrets is just catastrophic. You could use like the temporal force thing if later on, which the game hasn't introduced yet, and just kind of freeze time here and murder them. Or if, you know, you're Cardassians, you'd send in like one of those dreadnought missiles. Or you could, with the other Klingons, I can't remember what they're called, they have these like shockwave things, don't they? So you can obviously use a lot of those if indeed you want to use your special weapons. Obviously we don't have that introduced yet, so
All
it's just trying to
sections
show us
stand
that
by.
you can do
Enemy
this.
engaged.
Oh, we've got a little bit too
Alter
close,
course.
just pull back. Pull back just a little bit,
All
lads.
sections stand by.
Insufficient officers.
And at this point, these
Starship
guys are
destruction
also getting themselves too
commencing.
close. I don't honestly want them to get anywhere near. And they're still
All
getting
sections
drawn in,
stand
even
by.
though they're on low autonomy.
Starship
Just pull back.
complete.
See, these guys aren't very strong, and if you can't get them to do what you... Guys,
Status
stay
report.
back! You have one job. One job, which is to
Starship
shoot from a
complete.
distance, and you guys to stay back and hang back. Oh my days,
We
they
will
just
comply.
don't follow. You know what?
Starship
Yeah,
complete.
fine. You go and head in. Just do what you want
Alert
to,
the
lads. You're going to get yourselves
Ready for
killed.
duty.
Right, just head in. Just head in. Apparently they think they can do it. We'll just do it for a third time. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Enemy engaged.
Naturally, at this point, we have taken huge losses because they're not following any of their orders. Honestly, these lot are worse than militia hoplites. They just... ugh, just can't keep a formation. Whatever. Okay. Let's send these guys back now. Now they want to stay still. Now they're in range. Now they want to stay still. Can I suggest instead you just go back out of range? And that would be lovely. Right. We're back to the steam runners doing their job, which is what we want to see. Can you lads just go and join the fleet? And again, another thing that you see in Stellaris nowadays, naturally go and join the fleets. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? So repair ships, if you want to heal, that'd be great. I have told you to go and heal things a little bit. So can I suggest you go and make use of that? They still have all of these turrets. It's just bonkers how many they have here. Let's keep sending our galaxies going to go and heal them up. Honestly, we're just going to have to throw bodies at this now until we eventually win. These lads, Fleet 5.
Helm, new course heading.
Just ridiculous. Obviously, yeah, if you sent the Enterprise in, you'd be in big trouble. Woo! Spin! Break into two pieces.
Saucer separation.
There we are. You see, I brought that completely under control. See, now, lads, this is what you're here for. To protect the steam runners when cubes come in and things of that ilk. Steam runners, go and deal with that.
Understood.
Do you have special weapons? You're welcome to use it.
Understood.
No, don't go.
Helm, new course heading.
Oh, they don't follow instruction at all, do they?
Armed and ready.
Just shoot them from a distance and try to win. The Galaxy's soft separation is kind of largely just funny, but it does mean that these torpedo turrets, for example, have twice as many things to shoot at. So in some ways, it is actually quite effective. I'm just going to start deleting some of these, and then we can start to send in some more of our galaxies. This is such a slow churn of a horrendous battle. Honestly, it's just turret after turret after turret after. I'm going to steal a Ferengi ship. I'm going to steal a
Unable to transport.
What do you mean I'm unable to transport? Oh, it's those shields. It's just it's
report. Fire, full burst.
It's engines that are dead. Okay, let's just send in what we've got here. All go in.
Unable to comply.
It's going to be a useless.
I get the last of the dilithium from the scribe.
Honestly, don't care right now, lads. Just go and finish them off. Just do what you want. Just go and cause absolute chaos. Why don't you?
Never forget the 34th rule of acquisition. Peace is good for
Peace is good for business, but apparently we can't steal your ships. So there we are. You're lucky I'm not murdering you brutally here. In fact, just transport some men onto it. Thank you.
Starship.
Don't know why I just did that. The USS Geronimo. It's just an American name. Ridiculous. Okay, we have just about cleared off all these things. This isn't even the Nexus or anything. This is just silly. Right, when we've just about cleared off all these Borg, and I think that is largely it.
Armed and ready.
Would like to go and... Is that going to be everything? No, I want to go annoy the Romulans.
Starship complete. Starship.
Let me annoy the Romulans.
Armed and
How many more Borg are there? There should be something more to the north up here. We will send these lads to go and investigate.
Complete.
We're just going to go and set off the trigger for the Romulans. That'll be fun. Because we can.
All sections stand by.
The Romulan neutral zone. You have 1 minute to remove your ships. Any further encroachment will be treated as a hostile act.
Oh, a fuzzy message there from the Romulans. They're threatening us. I suppose we should probably avoid that because we honestly are failing quite badly at this mission. So we probably better send them off to go and finish off the Borg. There are only a couple of them left anyway. There's this lad over here. I don't remember if there's actually another base. I think it is just those huge pile of turrets and just the odd little bit of mining here or there. Not sure. Let's go on search and destroy. Is that K for kill, I believe?
Understood.
It is on K for kill. There's one over there. Go and slaughter that. Honestly, I think we're pretty much done. Just a huge pile of torpedo turrets. How incredibly annoying was all of that? Started out really fun, and then there was just about 20 torpedo turrets sitting at the asteroid field here. Just rude. Just terribly, terribly rude. Oh, there's a wormhole over here. I hadn't noticed that. The game is not prompting me to do anything with it. Let's go through the wormhole. Why not?
Armed and ready.
Because we can.
Alter course.
And we'll just send these lads over up here to go and finish the job for the day. I think the Romulans have chilled out now.
This wormhole might give us easy access to the Borg Nexus.
Will it now? There's a Nexus, is there? Great. Just great. I don't think it does. Unless it's right the way up this top corner here. Pretty sure it's just asteroid fields. It is indeed. It is indeed. I think it's because the Nexus used to be around there.
Alter course.
And we're just honestly chopping down the last little ship.
All sections stand by.
A few more ships appearing, but honestly they're not going to achieve anything. They're just resource collectors.
Armed and ready.
There we go. There's the Nexus. That's going to shred these lads up into a billion pieces. And we'll just let them die. Alright then. We've got ourselves our fleet of Akiras and speedrunners over here. Speedrunners? Steam runners. Just making up words now.
Warned earlier not to enter the
oh.
zone. We consider your trespass to be a hostile act.
Oh no.
Prepare for battle.
No! I didn't mean... What just happened? Oh, one of my fools ran into their territory again. Right, we've now got to deal with the Romulans. Let's go and quickly win this war. We've got to win this very quickly because the Romulans are going to absolutely slaughter us now. Oops. Mistakes were made. Only went to tease them. This is why you don't go on search earlier. And indeed why you don't do search and destroy as I just did there. Because that's what happens. Lads, you need to kind of get to this Nexus now because honestly we're about to lose this mission because I've triggered the Romulan fleet. That's just brilliant. Now we've got warbirds attacking us. Where is the Enterprise? Can you come back over here? I don't really want you to die. Could do with you not dying. How bad is this going, by the way? Can you please attack them?
Bring us into weapons.
Everyone just be attacking the Nexus. I should probably be attacking that with a bit more sense than I am.
Entering coordinates.
Yep. Yeah, we're doing well here. This battle has gone perfectly.
Complete.
God. The Romulans have kind of chilled a tiny bit, but honestly, I'm pretty sure they're going to come and murder us brutally here. So I'm going to keep pumping out galaxies. Yeah, they're sending up a fleet against us now. We haven't killed the Borg at all.
Enemy
oh, this is not good. This is not ideal. We might need to
Station is under
we might need to rebuild a little bit here.
Starship construction commencing.
There is now a huge Romulan fleet descending upon us.
Complete.
This is a problem.
Saucer separation.
Bit of a problem. Okay, they have a lot of ships.
Station is under
I think we need to start rebuilding up our bases actually. Maybe we should just retreat. Let's just go home, lads. Everyone go home.
Starship
we have to do this the hard way because I'm an idiot. Oh my days, they just have ships to burn here. What I need to do, I need to do enough to distract them, build up a fleet and just send it to the Borg and end the mission. Because I've made a huge mistake here. All I did was put him on search and destroy. That's literally what I did. And what that means is that they're just going... you go and delete yourself. You go and delete yourself. You go and delete yourself. I don't need any more resources. What I need is to kill the darn Romulans. Who are actually cloaked, I might add. The tackle detection grid, it turns out, is useful.
Decommission.
Oh no. Let's build ourselves some shipyards and things. Luckily, they're a little bit distracted by all of our sensor turrets over there.
Station is under attack.
All right, so the Romulans are now putting a mass engagement on my northern base. This is just what the plan involved. Just what the plan involved. You do build an advanced shipyard here, please. Like now. That'd be grand. Honestly, trading station, I'm not sure you're necessary. Now the question is, can I build enough ships quickly enough consistently with all of my massive resources that I can hold off the Romulans and actually beat the Borg? Because the Borg have the big Nexus over there and honestly I wasn't far from winning, but that one ship that wandered over there just kind of slightly ruined it. Okay, they are absolutely shredding us to death over there. So what I'm going to do is... That isn't enough to win. Neither's this, is it? No, it's not. Right.
Enemy engaged.
You head over to the
New
Nexus.
course heading.
Insufficient
You
officers.
head over to the Nexus.
We will comply.
Station
You
is
head
under
over to the
attack.
Nexus.
Insufficient officers. Starship
And
complete. Insufficient officers.
you lads all head off to the Romulans and go and deal with them.
Insufficient officers.
They are appearing to follow us right now, so maybe we should
Fire.
stick
Full
with
bursts.
them. You need to keep pumping out
Insufficient
ships.
officers. Insufficient
Don't worry,
officers.
the officers will be back very
Insufficient
soon because I'm
officers.
killing everyone. It's fine.
Station
Luckily, I
is
have a
under
huge
attack.
amount of resources right now. There are so many
Starship
Romulans.
complete.
Right, where are you going? Stop following them to their space.
Starship
We're not
complete.
attacking them. Actually, I do remember when I
Just heading.
originally did this game. I did decide, you know what, I'm going to go
Station is under
and
attack.
obviously go and destroy the Romulan base because that'd be fun. It's not a good idea unless you've properly prepared for it.
Insufficient officers.
Obviously, I haven't properly prepared for that at this point. So you head
Station
over there.
complete.
All work
You get
crews report
decommissioned.
to station.
Insufficient officers.
Right, we're going to send a couple fleets
Starship
to go and
complete.
deal
Insufficient
with our
officers.
good friends, the Borg.
All
Because if
sections
we
stand
go and
by.
do that, then we'll be able to win. So, we're going to go for high
will
weapon
comply.
autonomy. We're going to go
Order
and send
confirmed.
them straight into the Borg. We're going to send these lads straight
Helm,
in to follow
New
up.
course heading.
And we are going to send this lot in as an extra fleet. Just go.
Just heading.
Just go. Please go and win this for us.
Enemy engaged.
Because there'll be a new
Insufficient
Romulan fleet
officers.
before very long, I'm
Insufficient
sure.
Officers. Insufficient officers.
I don't care. Get the job done. More galaxies.
Insufficient officers.
Right, the fleet is
Insufficient
here.
Officers.
Going. Why are you the first ones here?
Bring us into weapons range.
That should
Insufficient
distract them.
officers.
Oh, there's two Nexus here.
Insufficient
That's what's just
officers.
killing me. I didn't
Starship
notice there was a
protection
second one.
commencing.
It's because it's at a different
Insufficient
plane. I
officers.
hadn't noticed. Okay, we
Starship
might just be able to do this because... Yeah, I think we've got it. There are two Nexus here
Starship
and they are just about being destroyed. The Romulans have chilled a little
New
bit.
course heading.
Possibly because I've destroyed about 70 ships of theirs.
Starship
Yeah, the
complete.
Nexus are gone. I think we've just about
Starship
done it, ladies and
complete.
gentlemen. Okay,
Starship complete. Insufficient
you guys
officers.
please take out the advanced
Insufficient
shipyard or
officers.
advanced assembly matrix because
Insufficient
that will prevent
officers.
them from doing anything
Unable
else.
to comply. Enemy engaged.
Okay, I've done this,
Insufficient
what is known as the
officers.
hard way. If you want to go and kill the Romulans, you're welcome to. But obviously they're set up to absolutely annihilate you if you make the mistake I
Armed
just
and ready.
did. Obviously, a lot of people might make that mistake at the start by putting their
Starship
ventures on
complete.
Explore. I told you
Insufficient
not to do that.
officers.
Then I went and did virtually the same thing later on, except I hadn't taken out the
Bring
Borg
us into
still.
weapons range.
So, we have just
Insufficient
about killed the Borg
officers.
now. It's just a few fleeting ships.
Bring us into weapons range.
Their base is gone at this point. It's just this last
Helm,
little bit
new
over
course
here.
heading.
The Romulans, however, have turned up with a new fleet. So, if this could be the last Borg ship, that'd be grand because I need to go and take out their fleet.
Just heading. Status report.
Is that it over?
Station is under
There's
attack.
one Borg ship over here. No, go and kill the Borg
Alter
ship.
course.
It doesn't matter if we lose. Doesn't matter what the Romulans do now if we just go and kill
Armed
this
and
ship in
ready.
time.
Enemy engaged.
Go and kill this ship. Right. Our fleet can now go and deal with the
Armed and
Romulans.
ready.
Perfect. Go and take out those
Full
Romulan
bursts.
ships.
Insufficient
Have we
officers.
won? No. What's
Status
left?
report.
Somewhere there are still some Borg ships. There's one here.
Starship.
It's been shot.
complete.
Yes!
Scouts returning from a nearby system have reported sensing the
Okay.
same tachyon particles and transwarp signatures we found in the regular Badlands.
That ship died a
It
long
is
time
highly
ago.
likely that this technology 2702 the Borg referred to is some sort of advanced transwarp gate, but with far greater range. Now that all Borg units in this sector have been destroyed, Starfleet can use this area as a staging ground for locating this transwarp portal
No.
and to investigate the threat it poses to the Alpha Quadrant.
We can't do casual scientific investigations where we just declared war with one of the most powerful peoples in the galaxy. Fantastic. Well done, lads. Yeah, it's fine. We can research all about the lovely, lovely, lovely transport gate they've got. But meanwhile, we've just declared war on the Romulans. Perfect. Well, on the plus side, I just about managed to win that in the I'd actually deleted all of my construction ships, so I was not in a position to even build new shipyards to even pump that out. There we are. Well, that was an absolute catastrophe. Some would say, you know, I did it the fun way. But I'm going to go and sleep now. It is time for me to leave you for today then. It occurs to me now that that wormhole, we're supposed to go from the other side and then just skip all the turrets and I could just kill the base. That would have been a lot easier, wouldn't it? Oh well, I think it's fair to say I've royally fluffed up that mission. But I won! And, you know, tell me that wasn't more interesting that way round anyway. Right, I will leave you. I'm Thomas, it's Nerds Team, and I've been playing Star Trek Armada II's Federation campaign. Not Rebel campaign. We're not the Rebels just yet. We'll get to that. Thank you, and good night. So what more could you want in the morning than to chop down some Frenchmen? Sir Steve, he stands on the plaza. He will never die, Sir Steve. We will honour you with that great man's moustache. He's not happy. Oh, he flew into the side of the house. That looked really painful. Beautiful.